We are learning about squaring binomials today. So something I want y'all to remember is how to square numbers. So let's say we have 2x and that's all squared. So what that means is you have 2x times 2x, right? Which means 2 times 2 is 4. X times x is x squared. Which, if we did it the rule way, which the rule says send in the exponent into everything, you have 2 squared times x squared, which is the same thing, 4x squared. So these are the same. This is using a rule. And the other way is by actually expanding it out and simplifying it. So now we're going to deal with binomials. See how this says squaring binomials? This is just a monomial. It's one term. So we need to square the binomial. So I'm going to give you x plus 8 squared. And the first method, which is expanding it out, that is the way that we need to go. And I'm going to show you why. So anytime you square something, it means it times itself. So we have x plus 8 times x plus 8. Because that's what square root means. So when we do this, we can do our box. I have x plus 8 and then x plus 8. So then when we multiply x times x is x squared. X times 8 is 8x. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times 8 is 64. And then we combine our like terms, which is the 8x's. So we have 2 8x's. So 8x plus 8x. Yep. So x squared plus 16x plus 64. So expanding it out and multiplying, that is the method that always works. This method does not work for binomials. Let me show you what it means. We have x plus 8 squared. If we did this using the rule for the monomials, then it's like x squared plus 8 squared. 8 squared is 64. It's missing the middle term. So this is the wrong way to do it. This is the way to do it. This is not. So you have to expand it out in order to multiply or square binomials. And the reason is because squaring something means it times itself. When we did it, we had a middle term. When we sent the squared in, the middle term was gone. So that is wrong. So the way we want to do it is 8 plus x squared equals x plus 8 times x plus 8. So let's do another example. X plus 10 squared. So this means x plus 10 times x plus 10. So we have x plus 10, x plus 10. The plus on this one doesn't really matter. Like, you don't have to do that. Just sometimes I do. So x times x is x squared. X times 10 is 10x. 10 times x is 10x. 10 times 10, 100. Combine our 10x's. So we have x squared plus, we have 10x plus 10x, 20x plus 100. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 2x minus 4 squared. A little different. So this means 2x minus 4 times 2x minus 4. Two x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times a negative 4. So you multiply your constants. 2 times a negative 4. Negative 8x. 2x times a negative 4. Negative 8x. Negative 4 times negative 4. Positive 16. Yep. So see how your diagonals are actually the exact same whenever you have the exact same binomial being multiplied together? Okay, so we need to combine our diagonals. So we have 4x squared, negative 8x, and negative 8x. Negative 16x. You keep the same variable and exponent. Plus 16. All right, so how you feeling on these so far? Okay, let's do another one. 4x squared plus y squared. So expand it out. And then make your box. Okay, so 4 times 4, just multiply your coefficients. 4 times 4, 16. And then I have an x squared and an x. X to the 4th. You add your exponents whenever you're multiplying. Then I have 4x squared times y. 4x squared y. You're just putting them together. 4x squared y. And honestly, you can do the x first or the y first. Usually you want to put the variable that has the bigger exponent first. So that's why the x squared is first. It has the bigger exponent. Okay, and then 4x squared times y again. 4x squared y. Then y times y. Y squared. Because they both have ones. 1y times 1y is 1 times 1, which is 1. Y times y means a y squared. One that would be up front.
No, 4x squared y.
Mm-hmm.
Y squared.
No, because they don't have the exact same variable and exponent. So it has to have the exact same. So see how this is x squared y? This one is x squared y. It could have been y x squared, and that would still be the same. As long as your variable is the same and your exponents are the same. So this is 16x4 plus, how many x squared y's do I have now? 8. Because you're adding them. Keep the same variable and exponent. And then just plus y squared. Okay, we'll do one last one. If you have to go to the next page, you can. Four x to the 5th minus y squared. Okay, let me move it. There we go. So we know this means I'm going to do the same thing on the top and on the side. So on your delta math, you're only going to have 3 problems like this. The rest will be the ones that are just simple binomials. All right, so we have 4x to the 5th times 4x to the 5th. So I need to do 4 times 4, 16. And when I multiply, I add my exponents. So it's like x to the 5th times x to the 5th, x to the 10. And then negative y squared times 4x to the 5th. So it's going to become negative 4, because it's negative 1 times 4. And then just put the variables and exponents right next to it. X to the 5th, y to the 2nd. And then the next one should be the same thing, right? 4 times the negative 1 is negative 4, x 5, y squared. But negative times negative, positive y to the 4th. Yep, because you add your exponents when you multiply. All right, so then we have a 16, x to the 10. Then we have a -4 and a -4, but they're both the x to the 5th, y to the 2nd. Keep the same variables and exponents. Just add your coefficients. So -4 plus a -4. -8, x to the 5, y squared, plus y4. Okay, so you're going to work on your delta math. Make sure to show your work.